Welcome to the Soap Asylum, where we recap General Hospital and Bold and Beautiful real quick. My name is Naya. Let's get into it. Oh, before we get right into the recap, we have to say a big congratulations to Steve Burton, who was nominated for an Emmy for Best Lead Actor. He was nominated. They also nominated Taj, who played TJ. Don't get me started on that. I do not understand that choice. They could have broke him and Molly up and still kept him on and gave him another love interest, but whatever. Congratulations, Taj, because he is nominated as well. And also Chase, because his real name is Gregory Harrison, and on the show his name is isn't it Harrison Chase. I get it all. You get it all tangled up, but congratulations, Gregory. He's nominated as well for supporting. No, my bad. He's nominated for supporting, and so was Taj. And then Jason, Steve Burton, nominated for lead. General Hospital was also nominated for best drama series. So we got a lot going on. I tried to stick around because they did it live to see when they were gonna announce best writing and casting because I care. We all care. All right, let's get on to the recap. Oh, last but not least, oh, I'm so sorry because he's not on, but and it's not for General Hospital, but Jen's Sidwell, Carlo Rota, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Carlo Rota, who plays Jen Sidwell on General Hospital, was also nominated for an Emmy, but not for General Hospital. He guest starred in this show called The Pit. If you haven't seen The Pit, they said it's really good. I'm gonna try to start watching it this weekend. So it's a hospital drama, and each episode is a shift. So it's a 12-hour show. I mean, like each shift is 12 hours. So each episode is a shift. And I think that's really cool and interesting. It seems like it's a different twist from the usual. But he won an Emmy for guest starring on there. So that's what's up for him. And congratulations to everybody. And okay, let's get going on the recap for real. We started off at Portia House because that's whose house it is now. Even though people keep reminding her that Curtis gave it to her, he didn't give her nothing. They built that house together, and they decided he gave her the house for the baby. Here we go. Jordan goes over there, and I really like Jordan, but I'm starting not to like her again. When she first came on the scene, I didn't like her. Then I warmed up to her, and now I'm starting not to like her again because she's starting to act like girl Curtis at this point. She went over to Portia's house to tell her to see, was she going to testify and how she was going to testify in this trial that's coming up with Big Head Cousin Curtis and Isaiah. She was like, I'm going to tell the truth. What am I supposed to do? Basically, long story short, too late. But Jordan went over there kind of trying to like bully her almost into testifying so it'll go in Big Head Cousin Curtis' favor. Pretty much, Portia said, I'm not doing none of that. Now, I did think that it was quite interesting the way they went back and forth in regard to their relationship with Curtis, as far as, um, you've been after Curtis since he was married to me. And I think Jordan said something in the effect like, she was Curtis, she always had Curtis, or it was a little dig like that, right? Okay, whatever, Jordan. You think you got the prize. Little do both of y'all know Curtis thinks he's the prize. But when they got done arguing and Jordan left, Portia had stomach pains. And then we seen in the 16-second preview, which I'm not gonna show the 16-second preview because I don't want to get in trouble, but I'm thinking about easing it in there. I just haven't figured I just haven't figured out how, but not in this video. I'm gonna try. But anyway, so it looks like tomorrow we are gonna see her probably going into labor. Let's move on. These three stooges. So here we go. Every now and then GH blesses us with a trio of morons. Do you remember when it was Uncle Victor, um, Nicholas, and Ava? Remember when they was trying to get rid of Esme and they on the parapet and stuff? This is who these three reminded me of together because they're all stupid. So these three are together because Willow was concerned about this, the setup, the traffic cam that BLQ and them set up for her to take the fall for hitting Jordan and Curtis. Well, Detective, what is he? Brennan. Brennan says she don't have nothing to worry about. They don't really have enough evidence for that. Okay, so that's over. Now they going to they trying to figure out what they can do so they can snap Drew out of what he's in, but they have to have some leverage over him. Brennan was like, if you can't find nothing, but he told them this the other day that you could just kill him. That's not really what Willow wants to do, but I think it may come to her trying to kill him again. But anyway, at this point, they're on their way. Will Nina and Brennan, they're on their way to Windermere to try to find the black box. Somebody, Cece, I know you're listening to me. Who has that black box? What do you know about the black box? If you don't want to tell me in comments, you can just text it to me. Because what's going on with the where is it? Like I know what it is, and I know that it's some heavy duty stuff in there. Who do y'all think have the black box? Put it in the comments. Okay. So at this point, and then also we talked, if you were with me in other places and other times, you know that I called this relationship before the writers probably even knew it was coming, Nina and Brennan, because Nina loves Carly's leftovers. And let me tell you, I don't want to hear that now that Carly is with Valentine and Valentine was with Nina first, because shut up. Look, it don't work like that. Nina is always having Carly's leftovers, period. Okay, so now after Nina and Big Head Brennan leaves, here comes Kai, right? So Kai comes over to pick up some work that he had to do for Weeping Willow. We can't call her Weeping Willow anymore, you guys, because she is insane. We have to give her another name. But anyway, she left them alone, and you could tell she didn't want to. Kai ended up communicating with Drew. Drew kicked that bag down on the floor. Kai figured it out like, oh God, you don't want Willow to know that you can move. And I'm just going to keep it a secret. But Willow came back into the room and was like, after Kai left and she told Drew, she was like, look, this is why I think she's going to kill him. She was like, I know that because Kai said he knocked the bag over. Willow said, I know that Kai's reflexes are not, his reflexes are too good. It's no way he would have knocked this back over. She was like, you trying to signal for help again. She was like, look, I really don't want to hurt you. Basically, she's saying if you don't cut it out, she's gonna kill him. She told him like I will kill you for the most part if you don't cut it out. Drew, he's got this look on his face. I'm wondering how much longer are we going to keep him like this? Like, how much longer are they going to keep him in that chair? Okay, so let's go over to Windermere. So we got Brennan and Nina at Windermere, and they're looking for the black box. Before they were alone, they had to talk to Valentine and Charlotte because Valentine and Charlotte were already there. Because now that Jens is out the picture, Valentine was like, we came to get our house back. We getting our house back. And Dante was like, well, it's going to be a lot of red tape. It's not going to be an instant thing. So whatever, Charlotte goes to look at her own room and leave Valentine and Dante alone to talk. So they're alone talking, and Valentine was like, you know that it's best for Charlotte, that you want Charlotte to come stay with me because you think she's a bad influence on Rocco. Dante couldn't deny that. He didn't deny it at all. Not at all. So I think Dante is going to do everything he can to convince Willow that it's best for Charlotte to be with Valentine, because Charlotte overheard them talking and she came back in the room and she says, yeah, I want to go live with my daddy because he trusts me and he don't treat me like a child like my mama do. So that was that. But Valentine did let Charlotte know, like, yeah, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a minute, once for everything to get cleared up. But I'm really glad that the writers are putting Valentine and Charlotte back into the house. I mean, it was fun when him and when Ava and Nicholas was living there too, though. Okay. After all of that, Dante went to the hospital to talk to Three Apples. I really, I kind of do still think that they're gonna put Dante and Three Apples Elizabeth together because her and Rick aren't gonna last. As fun as I think it is to see her and Rick together for nostalgic reasons, I just don't think that it's gonna last very long. She's gonna find out. But dang, he kind of was the victim in that though, wasn't he? When he was tied up in Alexis' basement. Um, but didn't come clean. Put it in the maybe I'm wrong on this one. But I really did think that the writers were leaning towards Dante and Three Apples. Put it in the comments what you think. Do you think eventually something is going to come out that Rick has done for Sonny or something that Three Apples isn't going to be able to forgive and she's going to break up with him and go to Dante? Even though I think this relationship here, these two, would be like watching wet paint dry. But eh, all right. Here's the thing. I really wanted to talk to y'all yesterday, but I was so busy. Tristan Roberts. How sweet is that? It's definitely a nod to Robert Scorpio. Tristan Rogers, our Scorpio. I think it's very sweet that the writers did that, but a lot of GH fans, we are waiting on, the closure for his character on GH. Put it in the comments if you're waiting on that, or if you care, or like, do you want them to? Do you think it's too long past for them to have a memorial for Scorpio for the character, or do you think no, it's not too late, or just let me know. All right, so back to this man Tristan. He is a heart surgeon, but he also works for the WSB. Britt is trying to get her old raggedy room back at Bobby's, but he accidentally booked it. He didn't understand that it was above a diner. He didn't complain or anything, but I thought that was interesting. But he's the one with the room. CT, is this the one? CT, let me know that Britt is gonna have a new love interest, and I think this is him, Dr. Tristan. Um, sure. I guess if we got to keep her, we might as well give her somebody to talk to. Because when Jason came back, it doesn't seem like he's in a mindset to deal with her at all. It just seemed like he just want to be with his kid and just move on. It doesn't seem like I don't think he's gonna be in the mob. Me and CT talked about this. We don't think he's gonna be in the mob anymore. We think he's going straight to the WSB once he gets himself together. Like his whole judge is finna change. This is Tracy's first time seeing Jason back. She was very happy to see him. At this point, he was explaining to Danny how bad it was where they was keeping him. I wrote it down, but I don't. Jakarta. That's the name of the place somewhere where they were keeping him. And he says, listen, I know, that you are upset with Rocco for whatever, but it's best that I was there and not Rocco. You wouldn't want him in a place like that. And Danny was like, well, no. So him and Jason are gonna go off somewhere on a little trip, vacation, or something like that. And I thought it was cute because he told Tracy to tell Alexis, and she was like, "You didn't leave me guardianship; you left it with Alexis." And he was like, "Listen, it didn't matter if I left you guardianship legally or not. You were still gonna take care of him. I didn't have to worry about you keeping him safe." So this part, I'm not too sure about. I'm not because he just got back. So, as far as him and Danny going somewhere and being gone for a long period of time, I don't think that's the case. But they are saying that they're going on a trip, like just a father son thing. And I thought that was a good idea and very sweet. And that is it. The Moss is always boss. Thanks for listening to me. Please hit the like before you leave and subscribe if you have not. And I would catch y'all in the comments.